Here are my tips for learning a backwards roll into a handstand against the wall. It's also called a back extension roll in gymnastics. First, let's make sure you can do a wall-facing handstand hold quite comfortably. Okay, so place your hands on the ground, walk your hands in with your toes just touching the wall. Make sure you're comfortable in that position, as well as being strong on your hands, be able to walk out as well. Number 2, let's practice a wall-facing handstand push-up. Now, I would say full range of motion is always ideal, but even if you can't do a full range of motion wall-facing handstand push-up, with a little momentum from the roll, you should be able to get into that position. So again, start as close as you feel comfortable. One foot up, then the other. Walk those hands in nice and close. Okay, and you can just go down as far as you feel comfortable and press back through, fully locking out at the top. Number 3, let's get comfortable with rolling. We'll start with forward rolls, maybe a little more comfortable for people. So in a nice ball, tuck your knees nice and close to your chest, place your hands on the ground, be like firm through your shoulders, widen your fingers, all right? And you're gonna give a little momentum. Keep those arms nice and strong, meaning we're kind of in like a low push-up position almost. And we want to avoid contact at our head. So I'm jumping into the roll, staying nice and tight, trying to keep that tight roll position and landing on my like mid to upper back, avoiding my head and my neck. For the starting position, the backward roll. Okay, so first let's practice just getting to our hands in a roll. So again, a nice tuck position. Have kind of Mickey Mouse ears here, ready to hit the ground with your hands first and try and minimize landing on your head first. So again, Mickey Mouse ears, nice tuck position, roll back, allow your hands to hit the ground and push yourself kind of back into that starting position. All right, so now we're getting comfortable with our hands hitting the ground first, and then we can go into our roll. Think about your arms supporting you, trying to minimize contact with the ground and our head. Mickey Mouse ears. Push into our feet. Get momentum with my knees and kind of my back going to the ground. Again, this is a tight position. I can't be loosey-goosey in my tucked position. Mickey Mouse ears. Push into my hands so my head hits the ground a little bit, but really pushing through my arms, take some of that pressure away from the back of my head. Last drill to try, again, we won't use the wall, and we're just gonna try and push back into a plank. So we'll start here, Mickey Mouse ears, nice and tight through my abs, get a little momentum, push, and be a little bit more aggressive into a plank position. If you are able to do all of those drills, then you're probably able to do a back extension roll, or you can try it up to the wall. I would really think about the wall not actually being there. I try to avoid using the wall to get into my handstand. Maybe that'll be helpful because we don't want to crash into the wall. Okay, so you can start on your feet to get a little bit more momentum and then go back into your butt. Or if you feel like you have a little bit more control, I would stand. My heels are about where my hands would be if I was having my feet touch the wall in a burpee position. And then I want my hips nice and close to my heels in my tuck position. Okay, Mickey Mouse ears. Weight into arms, press up. Okay, and then you would tuck your chin and roll out. So think of that descending motion as a kind of handstand push-up negative, avoiding your neck as much as possible and your head, of course. Okay, so we'll go through part 2 of this, I guess. Push up, try and think a reverse handstand push-up, and then again, avoid contact at your head on the way down and return to that starting position.